Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're in Parkitect and we're at my park, Kitty Corners, which we've been working on now for a few weeks. As you can see, I've got it paused. We've got a couple of rides in now, a Ferris wheel and a twister, and we are currently working on our main street, which is going to be our shopping area. In the last episode we popped in a burger place, so we've got our receiving of goods just in this corner, which we need to hide. And I also want to build in this corner possibly a seating area, an indoor one, so I think that's what we'll be working on in today's episode. So I think we want to fence this off, and maybe we can use similar fences to what we used to hide our passageway over here near the entrance. So maybe we can use the fence and the gate from here. So if I just pick the gate itself up, then maybe we can just put the gate here to hide this for the staff to be able to just walk behind it, and just to keep it in the same theme as we've had before. So if I can rotate, go. Let's make sure it's in the right direction so it just hides that. So we're just going to do that like that, and then we're going to put a little building around this goods department here. So we want some walls and just box that off just to hide it for the ratings for the people coming to visit the place. And then we can build a seating area, I think, in this corner, and then we can build some more shops across here. Maybe we put a toilet block in this corner and then another couple of shops here. I think that might be the plan to go for. So let's think, what sort of walls should we use just to hide that? Actually, I think I might go for these Spanish walls just for a contrasting colours. Okay, let's just rotate around a bit so we can see that better. So I think we'll just box it off from where we've got the toilet block. That way we're leaving this space here to put some flowers and plants in to make that quite nice. And I think we'll put a couple of walls along here. And then, actually I don't think we will do that one. Let's remove that. What I think we will do now is grab some, if I can find the door arches that go with that pattern. Where have you hidden them? Where have you hidden my door archways? There we go. Let's go for the rounded ones. And we're going to put one there and one there. And then we will want something to build our building where we're going to put our seating area. So we've got the red brick structure next to it, and then we're just going to be adding this little bit here. Actually, should we do the... No, let's do the walls first, and then we'll put roofs on later after we've done the interior and sorted it all out. I think we want to go for... Let's go for these plain designs, and then let's think, what colour scheme are we going to go for? So we're going to want doorways. Right next to the red brick, so I want something that's a bit of a contrast to that, but I also want it to kind of blend in, so I don't want it to be too bright. How about white and blue? Because with the blue edging, that kind of goes with our pathways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put doorways right in this corner, look. So you've got access points like that, so we've got two of those. And then we're going to go for walls that match this. Let's go for the very plain wall, shall we? And we're going to go for that same colour. So I think it's all going to be white, I think. So we're going to go along there like so. And then we're going to make sure that we hide the staff pathways, you see, from the interior. We don't want people to be able to see that. And can we... There we go, that'll work. I think that'll work for us. We're going to leave that joining wall here, and then we're going to need pathways, of course, inside the building. so that the people can walk in. So let's think, what shall we use as pathways inside here? We want it to be something that can be easily, so we go for the stone block. And then what colour do we go for? I'm going to make it all white. That's a bit, maybe a bit bland, but let's make sure we fill it all in like that. There we go. And now we want to add a lot of seating into it, and we're going to need curb space to make sure that we've got more space to put things in. So if we ask for the curb, now we want free access into the 2 doorways, so we're going to want space there, space there, space there, like that. Now if we rotate around, how's that going to work? Is that the best way to do it? Maybe not, actually. Let's remove those 2 there. Oh no, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh Kitty, what have you just done? Just trying to remove it. I removed the wrong thing, didn't I? Let's go back to the path. Let's refill that in. Now let's go back to my curve. Thank you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one there, and then if we rotate over here, I'm going to put one here and one here. Now see, that makes better space and better utilisation of them. Right, so let's think, what sort of benches are we going to want to use inside this building now? Let's just look at benches. So we've gone for super white, haven't we? So actually let's go for the red and white benches. So we can put like little alcove units for almost like booths for seating, isn't it? Like if we do it like that, you see, look, it's like almost like booths for seating areas. Yeah, quite like that. And then we can put, if we put one bench here, then we've got space for bins and things here, haven't we? And if we rotate around again, we can see where we've got. So if we put a seat here, and we put, it's a little bit hard to see sometimes, so we're going to be rotating quite a lot to try and fit as much stuff in as we can. And then we're going to want one here, right, that. And then now we want some trash bins. We're going to be using these red rockets because we just use those outside here like that, see. So we're going to put one here in this little gap, we're going to put one here in this little gap, and then we're going to need to rotate again. Hope that doesn't make you dizzy, to put one in there. So I think that's as many locations as we can. Now what we're also going to need is some, actually we can fit one just there, just as you're exiting, we can fit an extra one in there. And we're going to need some lighting on the walls. So do we actually have lamps being hung on the wall in this section? Maybe not. We definitely have some lamps that can be hung on the wall somewhere. Now, which section were they in? Lighting, maybe this one. Yes, this is it now. Do we have anything that fits this red and white theme that we've kind of been going for? Or do we have to change the colours of things? Oh, wall lamp, there's a little white wall lamp. Look. Oh, and then we've got the little red one. So we could go for this white one, or we could go for this. Do you know, I think I kind of like this. So let's, if we can rotate you and put you above here, and one here. And then if we rotate around and we put them on this opposite wall, a little bit higher, thank you. Just put them all the way along the end walls like that. I think I kind of like that idea. Yeah, I think that works quite well. So what we next need to do is to put in some roofing structure. I think that's what we need to do now. So let's think. I would kind of like a little bit of variation in the heights, I think, now. So we've used this big roof on this one. I think we use this roof slope on this, the terracotta one. Yeah, we'll use that along here. So we'll have to put in some end walls to fill the gap, I think, in just a second. I just want a lot of variation in the roof structures, you see, so that's what we're going to be doing. So on the ends now we're going to need something for this. So the walls we use in the terracotta now, I don't know if we've got anything that will match that in the terracotta style. Lost it now. Where's the terracotta gone? There we are, right at the top. So do we have any of those big tall wall structures on this one? Wall slope, this one might be the one we're looking for. Yeah, that's the one. So we need to go up. There we go. So you go there and rotate you around so we can add that section in, and then we want to make sure we come around to this one and put that in. So there you go. So now we've got that nice variation in roof structures over here. So we now want a roof on this building. Let's get a nice angle for looking at that. Now let's think, which sort of roof shall we put on this? We want something with shaped corners or sides, let me think. I think we want to keep it a fairly low building. I don't think we're going to make it go too high up. So we've got, what, 3 wide at some sections. I'm just trying to figure out how we do the corners to make it nice. I've got something with a nice shaped corner to fit it all together nice, so we don't want the open glass one. How big is this corner now? Makes it quite, it's quite tall, that. I wonder if we should do something like that. I think we need to do it in the, if we're going to use the colour like that, I think we might need to do it in the blue. I've got something like that, but maybe not quite as tall. Maybe not. Just that very tall one, I think. Yeah, I think that's just all, yeah, half slope. Yeah, corner half slope, that's what we want, but we want the pale blue colour. I don't know if we can pick. Can we pick the pale blue? So what we want to do is pop that in all the corners. Is that too pale? Right, so all for 4 corners like that, so. There we go. Yeah, that's all the corners, yeah, that's all the corners. So now we need the half. I need the half slope, that's the one, and we want it to be the same colour as this, and then we need to make sure it's at the right level and put it in all the gaps. There we go. Beautiful. And then we need a flat right in the centre, and we want it to be the same colour again, and we need to make sure it comes up. There we go, all done. Right, now we want the roof edging, so we want the flat cornice, but we want to change its colour to be, I think, a darker blue, and then we want to just pop that around the edge, just to make that nice little bit of contrast just along the edge, just like so. And then I think we're about done on our building. There we go, just along that edge there. Alright, so beautiful. And then if we get the we've done all the edges, just make sure we did all the edges everywhere. Yep. There we go. Now if we look at the front corner, we just decide is there anything we need to add to this front. I don't think there particularly is at the moment. We'll see about putting in the rest of the structures before we decide if we need anything else along there. So all we've got now is some gaps where we can fill. Oh, hang on, we're missing a piece of cornice right on that corner, look. Let's just grab that. So if we grab this cornice here and rotate it into that gap, that was what we were missing. We've got all the others, yes? Yeah, the rest are done, that's right, beautiful. So what we want now is just a little bit of planting in these areas. So actually, no, do you know what? I do think we want a little bit of lighting on. Where's the lighting gone again? There we go, there's the lighting. And I think we're going to use a few of these little wall lamps. We're just going to put, because these match the lamppost that we've got there, so I'm just going to put a little bit of lighting, if I can try to match them, you see there, and then a couple on the wall here, if I can just get it to one at the top there and one at the top there. I think we just want a little bit of lighting so that we've got something to light up the flowers as we go further forward later. Right, so I think maybe some topiary trees in here. Let's go for the little double round, shall we? Just want a little bit of height in some of the corners. So how many gaps have we got? So 1, 2, yeah, let's put those in those corners, and then some flowers and some plants. Let's go for the plants. I think a bit of the vine up the wall could be quite good. So if we put some on like these toilet blocks, that little bit. Rotate back this way so we can see. There, that's better. I can see. Just trying to put just a little bit of height along the wall there, and let's have a nice big yucca in the back corner there, and then we'll put a couple of these here, and then at the sides of this, so we've got a bit of depth of colour and planting here. So let's think, what shall we add in? I like my shrubs. Let's have a couple of these in, and then like the florals, but which colours? What colour shall we go for you today? Because we're in front of a reddish hued building over here. Maybe we could go for a pinky reddy colour. How's that look? I'll just pop one in there and one in here, I think. And then let's get a couple of these little shrubs over there, and a few in here too, just to, oh yeah, that's looking quite nice actually. Just want something a little bit smaller now, just to fill up the gaps. Oh, we've got that shrub, that interesting shrub, haven't we? And just add one of you there, just for that little bit of difference in texture. And do we have any? It's tiny little plants. I bet it's not tiny, but it will fit quite nicely in that gap. How does that look? That actually, I think that looks pretty nice personally. I quite like that. Now if we go around here, we've got another little section to be planted over here. I think I'm going to put a couple of these bromeliads in here. I want to go for some of the topiary again here. Let's go for a different shape. Let's go for the triangular one this time. Put it in the back here. And then the lollipop shaped one. How about that? We rotate you down the front here. put a few of you across the front here. Just there's that nice little bit of different here. Plants, let's go back. Let's see, what did we haven't used this. The corpse flower, I'm not sure that's a good thing to be adding, but its name puts you off, doesn't it? That's kind of funny. I just look for a little bit of something different here. Put yucca in the front here, and then we want some depth of foliage. What shall we go for this time? How about this big shrub? And it's already in a nice red colour for us, right? And then we want something. How about this little square one? Put a couple of you in this time. And I think that's probably pretty good, isn't it? If we add anything else, it might be a little bit too much. If we add much more than that, it might be too much. I'd better just a couple of those guys in, maybe over here like that. And that, I think, looks pretty good, doesn't it? So that's where we are today. I think that is where we'll leave it for today. I think we've made quite a nice bit of progress. We've added in some foliage in these three little, well, two big beds and one little tiny corner. We've added a cover to our staffing area, and we've added in a seating area for our food court. So hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From Soft Kitty 99, goodbye and happy gaming!